The game, holy shit, guys, we got this. We made it.
That means it's, well, the Fury players need to get up.
Another Phil segment survived, thanks to our desk host, Henry Greer.
Thank you so much. We'll be getting into the action now, ladies and gentlemen. It will be G2 versus FURIA, and of course the map is Vertigo. A controversial one in the map pool right now, but certainly exciting to watch the action unfold as we see G2 start on the CT side. And Alex, get us into the action.
Yes, indeed. And we're going to be seeing it's going to be one smoke grenade, two smoke grenades, three flashbangs as we get into this one. Wow. How do you do it, Henry? I don't know how. That's insane. He's going to smoke the kit, the Kevlar vest, a defuse kit, and one smoke to hold off the assault. I don't know how you list off so many things so excited. Oh, there we go.
That's what you need. You keep going until this moment comes in. You've got to carry that momentum going. Hopefully it's going to be a quick one as you see the headshots. They'll be delivered by Vinny now, and it will be a man advantage for FURIA. G2 scrambling back towards the bomb site. There is an attempt at the plant, however, and now we'll see Nexa trying to do his best. Got the smoke available, but will there be a kit? Certainly there is. He'll have to make a couple of headshots first. Vendetta, we'll see how this one develops. Alex, how are you doing?
Getting comfortable, Henry, and we do see the first round go the way of FURIA. Very comfortable 3 for Vinny in that. He opened it, and it was K Serato to close it, and I want to open you up to Betway. As you can see our sponsor up on the screen, you can see the odds. And now this is specific, pay attention, it's 1.286, and that's in favor of G2 Esports. They'll be taking the favorite in this one.
Of course, FURIA.
Oh, look, you can see them underneath.
Looking to keep it alive.
With the X-ray, that's kind of crazy.
Are you thinking about the voice in your head, Henry?
Yeah, I was a voice. I was trying to.
Was that you or?
No, you're going crazy, bro.
No one heard that but you.
Yeah.
So you might want to get that checked out. Anyway, Kenny, yes.
This is not an easy round to win for G2. Jeez. How does it happen? How does it happen?
It all starts with a moment like this.
Okay.
FURIA
Tag.
making their way towards scaffolding.
That was surprisingly low damage.
Scouts now in the hand of Kenny S. Looking for the tags. Maybe a few frags.
Zipping up the body bags. On LAN, no lags.
No lags. But moving forward, we're going to have to be sure that FURIA continue to put the toe tags.
Where?
On G2
on
Esports.
G2
Thank you so much.
G2 Esports.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, yeah.
Very slow round here. FURIA not had the best showing in their previous map, but at this point, 1-0 up G2 on the force buy. The time is of the essence here. Brazilians making their way forward and looking for the slow approach towards the B bomb site, but the Desert Eagle there can be deadly at this sort of angle. Next, looking for just one kill, fade away. Going to spot one and just buy some time at the smoke. It's a very valuable one. It's going to force him down the catwalk. And here we go. We're off to the races.
And in first place, Nexa taking the lead on here on the traverse straight. Taking over Gary. Oh, it's Gary. Scary Gary. He gets the first going forward.
Oh, that's not
about a swing.
Oh, they've really whittled the clock down here, Machine. It's going to be a difficult plant now, and Jax knows it. 10 seconds now as they're desperately trying to find any CTs, but they can't even get close. No. It's all starting to fall apart here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. It's all done. One player surviving, looking to take him down. Remove the cash, boys. Get him.
Hunt him? No? Okay. That was, what was it? 2 AKs, a Krieg, a Galil, and they ran out of time. What was that from FURIA?
That was not
the best.
What? And goodness gracious me.
Yeah, once you're that committed as well, with the time that low, really got to get stuck in there.
Give them the beans. Start beaming on them.
It was the best of times. It was the least of times.
It wasn't the best, that's for sure. It all falls apart. It'll have to be G2 now with the rifles in their hand. FURIA will have one save. Galil squeaked it through the previous round somehow.
Oh, this looks good. It's going to be ahead of the molly and maybe a rifle. That's a start. Oof. 7 HP though. You might want to.
So close.
Oh, hang on. Kenny's going hunting. 1 bullet. Watch this.
Oh.
Boop. 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 In the words of Barry Scott. Bang.
1-1. Blunder of a last round there for FURIA. But anyway, what were we talking about? Pastries?
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 Hey, what?
Not pasties, Henry. Jesus, pastries.
I know, I heard pastries.
I'm aware
That's
of
more
that,
confusing.
Pushing in. Vinny actually has a real shot for 2. Opened up the round, and maybe the bomb plant. No, never mind. Look at the bomb. It's miles away. They've gone in towards the B site. Good ground made, but can't really commit on this. And now Kenny's worked it out, and K Serato puts Amanek into pretty dire straits. Gets the first, though, Trace.
Yes, he certainly does. It's going to be that up to Amanek. 1v2, bomb yet to be planted. But certainly that will be changing sooner rather than later.
Well, this is okay, I suppose, considering the time remaining. But certainly not comfortable, not ideal.
That just means they're going to be separate for so long. I thought Amanek might have been able to isolate a fight here onto Yuri, but he stood his ground. And so the 1v2 after plant is secured.
He's going to hear the plant coming in now for Furia. Amanek aggressing the site early on. He doesn't want to wait around. He doesn't want to waste any time. Does have a smoke just in case. Spots the player there. No bullets. 3 shots left in the M4. And that's going to spell a bad time here. He's got to find Caserado soon.
Yeah, this is going to have to be one hell of a shot. Now with both players swinging on his position.
Really wishful thinking there.
Yeah, that was certainly a bit of a reload situation there. It's going to be 2-1 Furia. Steal one back. They save the Galil and the M4A4. Money probably in a very compromised position here, but not quite enough to maybe... Oh, they have got 1,400 on a couple of players that they might as well force at this stage, and they will. So scouts brought forward, Deagles, CZs, and more the same really. G2 will try and run the clock down the smokes. Hopefully Furia made the same mistakes and they can bounce back. But the problem is 4 rifles now and a MAC-10 looking pretty good on the T side.
I think Art wants to do the same thing again. Rinse, repeat. Going straight up Scaff to see if he wins this fight early. Does he go through that? Avoids the flash. He might.
He's in there.
He is. He's got in there like swimwear.
In the beach chair. That's right, Alex.
Damn.
That is correct. Art. Showing them how it's done. They're going to get the pistols over here for G2. It wasn't like they had a whole lot to work with at the start of the round anyways.
I still got faith, though. Watch this glass cannon Jax Deeg, man. He's arriving on the scene now. And Jax will win this round. How, I hear you ask? Well, it starts with a boost. He's going to crouch, and actually he sets up Nexa, but because of Nexa's death, it was all down to Jax. And you see, he has a smoke grenade. So what he did with that was
he's just right in the right place.
He held his nerve, hit the first, and then he got the second, and then he progressed nicely into deploying that smoke grenade. Actually, stole the M4 and saved, but it was a nice round all the same.
A victory in his own right.
Yeah.
Managed to get a couple of kills, take a rifle, and hopefully maybe he can take one more down here. We're falling back at this point. It is going to be 3-1. That was the force by G2 now on the eco, but we've saved rifle.
6 bullets. This could be a problem if they do decide to pressure him for this gun.
That money's not really in a place to do so.
Yeah, but no balls, you know?
Well,
jump off. Only cool kids jump off. Go on. Push him. Push!
Machine special. Jump off the building.
Yeah, dude.
Give the weapon
I
up.
get that right like 50% of the time. Looks cool, though.
It does look cool when you pull it off.
When I pull it off,
you jump off just
it's pretty
right
intimidating. Like,
respawn.
Damn. That's the way to save the weapon. That's the style points.
Well,
on the B site, 10 HP. It's about to blow.
So not really much we can do with this round. Only the M4 saving no armor. There is one smoke available.
Not a kit was seen.
Could Jax not treat himself to a vest on that?
Yeah, definitely could have.
Yeah.
Like a light one.
Little stringer.
Is that a one-way? It's just random damage.
G2 find themselves a flurry here in the A-bomb site with 4 alive. As Kenny falls to a Krieg.
This is really soothing. Can we do this all the time? Soothing eco casting.
Hello, everyone. Thank you.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So this is going to be an easy one for Furia here round 5. You'll see the initial damage. It doesn't necessarily favor Furia, but they are still breathing, and so round 5 should be still a nice and easy usage of utility, but you'll see the bomb is slowly maneuvering to the other side of the map, so there is no real pressure on the South American squad at this moment in time.
No, there's certainly not. Thank you so much, Alex. And thank you, everyone, for calling in here to Delilah this morning. We're going to be jumping off our morning with a little bit of coffee break, followed by the Spice Girls. We'll be right back after this.
And so this round will reach its logical conclusion. We have just 35 seconds left. Looks like it will be extended a little bit. There it is, the bomb down. And so, an open and shut case, you could say. Furia's 4th, a little bit of a blip on the radar as Yuri and Jax with Hunter to finish things off.
Oh, yeah.
Another kill. Are you okay over there? This is ASMR.
Kind of weird, very quickly then.
This is a very above board show.
Hello.
Sorry, we have an inappropriate caller on the line. We'll be disconnecting them.
That's a yellow card.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, the referee packed up and went home.
Yeah.
So I
Well, you should have paid him his league dues. Like, come on.
Yeah. Well, it's looking much better for Furia here.
That it is.
Vertigo continues to be successful for them as we find 4 players surviving now. We do have a couple of saved weapons on the G2 side, mainly the M4 that was brought into the original round, now leaving most notably with the Galil.
Wow, this is really soothing.
And we'll see whether the AWP of Kenny S will come out. Of course, with 3 kills to his name, they're going to cause more pain here, potentially.
Certainly.
Kind of just slowly waiting for Smooth Jazz to start playing in the background.
We can probably organise that in the next 30 seconds,
Yeah.
Alpha. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
Like, it's quite
Counter-Strike
easy.
Radio presented to you by CS Summit.
Now, everything just slowing down. We saw Art challenging this area before, but now the smoke in position. Blocks the CT vision at the start, allows you to get a lot closer, group up, deny that aggression. Kenny S holding right back at the Goblin boxes here.
Goblin.
We'll see Hunter deploy his flame when the moment is right. Still plenty of time on that clock, and actually it looks like Art's going to be throwing this nice Molotov to spread and force that fight now from Hunter.
Ooh, scary.
Yeah, a little bit intimidating. Hunter will get caught through
See
the
ya.
wall. Kenny in response though.
Yes, AWP in tow. 4 versus 4. Moving ever so aggressively here, trying to get some frags, secure a pathway into this A site.
Oh, it's fading soon, Trace. It's fading soon, and
It's fading
too
so
soon.
soon. Kenny's
Yeah.
going to be able to pull his AWP back out, switch it around, and also displace himself within the site.
committing towards the A site. It's FURIA and the smoke to guise their assault here, and Kenny does just have running out of options. He will fall as he extends a little too far above his roost.
A little bit of a stretch there for Kenny S.
Late rotations coming up from G2 as well.
Bomb planted. Jax perhaps considering an advance. The smokes, well, actually a boost. This is lovely. Amanek going to be given a nice sight line towards that fight on Sandbag, should it be presented to him. But looking like a bit of a problem now. That was one down, and the kicks on Jax. Having his fair share of issues. He will find at least one before having a go towards the... But there it is, FURIA. 5.
Lovely.
Lovely.
FURIA
Sit up, straight up.
looking themselves trying now. It's going to force out a tactical timeout here for G2. And remember, there is $1,500 available for every map victory here. So even if you're not doing too well in the grand scheme of things, there is a lot of cash. That's not to be sniffed at here. $1,500 per map. Each team must play each other once. And here are the odds provided by betway.com. You can see G2 still with an edge right now, but that could soon change.
It could. We've seen it time and time again. And at the moment, their finances are looking a little patchy.
Yes, indeed. As the timeout does come to a head, and perhaps G2 contemplating how they're going to get back into this game. Round number 7 upon us. FURIA running away with it as it stands. Speaking of the crowd, thank you for joining us.
They are loud now. We'll see whether this is where...
But are they proud, Henry?
Well, that's a very good question. Next to open things up, it's the coach remove. Gary back in the hot seat on the server. Performing very well today, actually. That's one of the former players not so long ago.
Ooh.
And we'll see now whether Hunter, UMP, a light investment into the round here, looking to cause some damage. He'll be there, waiting patiently towards the lane position. Can he get the timing right, though? Vinny aware of the prospect. But in they go. Contact play will work out for them. Amanek doing his best, but not quite enough.
Yeah, maybe this late arrival from Hunter will net him one, but look at the patience from Keserato. He's tucked in on that corner, and not much the UMP can do about that. So the remaining members of FURIA will start hunting and acquiring their last few kills. Jax is the last scalp affixed to the belt loops of Keserato, and so the 7th round is concluded with a South American victory. FURIA in complete and total control here on the T side. $11,000 accumulated for a couple, and that's Keserato on his buy already.
Money in the bank. FURIA, what you drank.
That's, of course, a famous line from a hip-hop artist I'm familiar with, but just in case I wasn't. What's the reference?
I believe it was T-Pain.
T-Pain. Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
T-P-A-I-N.
Okay, I was wondering. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
Oh, FURIA certainly in full control so far.
this was the round it all changed, though.
Well, time will tell.
Time traveling casting here.
Very
Because despite Vinny finding the first, Nexus quick return. Look at Art, though. He's going to go aggressive. He knows the AWP's going to be caught. Oh, perhaps not. Thinks better of it. The Molotov will do instead to maintain control of the site. That one a little long. Does go extinguished. And these are the smokes that are just so deadly. Molotov combination. You just can't look at what can the CTs do about this? Unless you've got a flank, is it just always having to play for the retake?
That's why so many teams go towards the A side, right? Because
yeah.
as soon as you can get the bomb down, it's such a difficult procedure to get through. It's so narrow and overwhelming.
He's just underarming it, throwing a molly on the other side, and it's the same as, you know, a
They still got the
coordinated-
smokes for their retake now. They're just
Right.
looking for the opportunity. They can just smoke the bomb and still have plenty of time, but they need to get those smokes down first.
That's a spicy spot.
It's just a back and forth of utility. You can see
Yeah.
There we go.
a tug of war almost. Fuse attempt now, not coming through just yet. It's looking good though, and it looks like they've done enough here. They've timed it very well, in fact.
Wow.
That was actually well played by G2. Just waiting for Furia to throw everything they possibly had. Then they threw their smokes in return, get the defuse going, and that's pretty much why people don't like Vertigo.
Yeah, no, that was very Vertigo.
Kind of really
That was it.
brings it to light. Yeah.
Much makes a point out of it all.
So it
Got it
looks,
too.
yeah, you use. It's basically a question of how many nades the T side use to actually get that bomb down initially, and then how much they have left over to contest with the CT retake. Interesting. What's Jax up to? Normal mid control. Flash is going to be actually supporting him to set himself up in that window for any early fights. And Hunter, he's got a gap on that every single time. Baby got gap.
Yeah. Keeps fading away from it though.
Baby got gap.
See, I'm down with the kids. I got the references.
Yeah, man. Pretty much nailed it.
Thanks. What's this? Kenny trying to hang out by these sandbags. We saw Device doing some real naughty things from that close line. Hunter draws blood, traded. 4 versus 3, favouring Furia still, as has this half considerably. Flash is gobbled up. Oh, Vinny.
Actually, ooh, tucks back at the right time.
Amanek's going to go hunting on that one, though.
Yeah.
He knows he's got him unawares, and actually continuing to advance by not finding him. He might be able to convey this information to his team that the bomb's going everywhere. Now he finds the lurk. Vinny, the tail of the snake found. Now here comes the head, straight towards B. And no head for Nexa.
See you later, Nex.
Not really much can be done with this one, but still the bomb not planted. It's going to be Kenny flashing over Amanek in tow. We'll see whether this is going to be enough here. They have got the kits from the success in the previous round here, but we'll see. Well, there's 3 players remaining for Furia. Can hold them off. Remember, it was a decent retake before. It's going to be up to Amanek to really do most of the heavy lifting here. Coming up the B steps. It's a difficult one, but can he do it, guys?
K Serato surely in prime position.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Timing. Not going to be working out there for K Serato. He falls. Kinney in a 1v2 AWP. And nothing will come to fruition here. Furia putting a 7th on the board, taking us into round number 10.
Not looking at a timeout either for G2. Kind of surprising.
This is the map they've been playing more recently as well, right?
Yeah.
Vertigo's been part of their initial game plan with this roster.
I guess for Furia, like it's kind of a obviously the map is very different now from what it used to be, but this is like where they.
Well, I guess where teams aren't exactly 100% comfortable in it right now as well. Like, what a great map to just play if you've got a coach playing it as well. Just kind of freestyle a little bit, just exploit their weaknesses as well. Seems to be working out.
Finally, it pays off. Finally, round 3, Hunter finding that gap in their smoke. And I'm sure Fury are going to have to watch that one back and realize that perhaps a slight adjustment needed. Does kind of defeat the purpose.
Yeah, I've given them almost camouflage.
A one-way almost.
Yeah, basically.
Every time I say one way on a cast, I always want to start singing one way or another.
Or another avenue.
One way.
Or another.
Yeah, that one.
We're gonna find you.
Yeah, we'll learn that from the Rugrats, right?
One
Like
way
the Rugrats movie, just
or
me.
the other.
Basically, the
yeah.
Rugrats movie.
Yeah, I think it was Angelica. She sang it. Yeah.
Angelica Pickles.
Oh my goodness, I completely forgot she had a second name.
Yes, Tommy Pickles. Angelica.
Tommy Pickles, what a lad.
Yeah, right up there with Doug Funny, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't get that one, but.
Sorry, man.
Good Molotovs now from Furia. They released the Hounds pretty early, though.
Yeah, that's all
because
they
Henry's
have.
taught me Counter-Strike, and now I'm paying attention.
Well, let's see if it's the same approach here from G2. They have not got a kit this time. They can't really be as relaxed and blasé they once were before, as Vinny is just spraying them down, giving them hell with the Krieg.
Reload.
And that should be enough for the 8th on the board here. G2 limped into the round with FAMASs and M4s, but they didn't have the kits, so the retake situation not really working out as well for them. The AWP will have to be recovered here. It will be in the hands of Jax, who will land a shot, maybe take a player down with him by virtue of the blast, but it will be the FAMAS that finds him first. As they fall back once again, FURIA just running away with this T side, ladies and gents. Even after the initial frag from G2, exploiting the gap that was found towards the scaffolding.
There's the G2 timeout.
About time.
He's been begging for it.
Been gagging for it, really. We'll see if it changes anything.
You've been what?
Yeah.
Excuse me? What was that?
Had to catch your attention somehow, Jace.
You've had my attention. I'm immersed.
Immersed, fully. You're committed to this.
Full immersion.
Along for the ride.
I'm concerned that this is going to spiral for G2 if they don't win a round soon. This is going to be like a FURIA double digits on that T side. They win the pistol. We're looking at a G2 squad who Kenny said to me, be nice. What is he? Why is he saying be nice?
It's the end of the year. It's a Christmas show.
You think he's kind of taking it?
Christmas, man.
So he's just thinking, you know what, just kind of going in third gear here.
Yeah.
Nothing.
On the motorway, but
Yeah, just
not in the fast lane.
Just going to be nice, slow pace, but not a force buy necessarily here. Just a partial investment with an AK and an AWP, surprisingly. I guess they're really trying to stabilize now. Then they've had compromises. Pretty much every buy, every time they lose a round, they don't have any residual cash. It can't be the same gap now, can there?
Oh,
We'll see.
I don't see the same angle. Oh, maybe Hunter. Yeah, he does. He finds it again.
Ouch.
Big nade.
Now Art's a little wise now, yeah. He's worked it out.
Well, there we have it.
Maybe it's all by design for a pre-fire. Catch Hunter off guard, but hasn't quite worked out so far for them. And now, what's going on there?
T-spawn coverage from Jax.
Hello.
Could he get the timing, though? Really is all down to that. They seem to be investigating that position, and he misses the opportunity. Now we'll just have to hope another one arises.
Element of surprise gone, and he's going to be drawing a lot of attention here, though. If he can find kills, it'll definitely be worth it.
Yeah, I mean, if he's just dancing with them now at spawn, he's just going to rot this clock. This is all but beneficial to Jax in the long run. Damage before he goes down as well.
He gets that one. That's bad news.
Still a real shot, though. Where's that bomb now? So, Vinny.
Well,
this is awkward.
Currently,
close encounters.
could be in trouble, but no, back around the corner, Hunter goes.
I mean, the players can see X-ray, so why wouldn't he just shoot?
Wait,
tip?
hello, Vinny?
Gun tip? Oh, yeah, no, you definitely saw something.
God, this is a funky exchange. It's been like 30 seconds. Vinny and Hunter have just been slowly kissing in the smoke. Now, the fragging is done. Vinny will find Kenny's companion, and that's the 9th.
It's the great French-Brazilian standoff, basically, you know?
Of round 11.
Yeah. We're going to look back on this iconic moment.
It's just gone straight in the history books, that one.
Yeah.
Probably get Jason to make a documentary.
Still wet.
Instant classic. Round 11.
16 frags from Vinny. It's been a quiet 16. You know, like it's not like a Olafmeister. You know, like
all the odds now chopping and changing. You can see now it will actually be FURIA with the edge after this impressive performance on their T side. Remember, G2 very well versed in the map. If they can get a 10-5 situation going on, even a 9-6, that would be ideal. But we'll see as Hunter this time once again trying to battle through the smokes of the scaffolding. This is significant damage. That's even more from Kenny.
Aggressive stance. Look at them. There's 3 players posturing on ramp.
I think they've given too much away on that side of the map, so they had to start fighting back.
Yeah, it really is. They've been giving up that scaffolding.
Oh, we had the lineup. That's lovely from Kenny. Like a little meerkat, just pops his head up. Gives it a squeak. And 3
Gives it a squeak.
remain.
the meerkat squeaks?
Well, Fury, you know, like they're the predator. They're this like what would you call that? A panther?
Panther, yeah.
Yeah. So the meerkat pops up.
And you just eat it.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's how it works.
Give it a squeak and
Give it a
Caserato. Vinny finding another frag. He is on a tear. Needs another to make this round a possibility, though.
A squeak.
Perhaps Caserato. This could be the wild card.
Boost into mid.
Can you do this silent dismount on this?
I don't think you can.
So you are pretty much going to let Jenny's know you're around. Threat perhaps of the boost enough to keep the CTs in place.
This doesn't seem like it's going to be feasible with the time left.
They're trying to fake a rotate. Just taking their time. Perhaps a little unsettled at this point. 20 seconds. We've seen a couple of rounds like this from FURIA.
The wishful thinking card now coming out.
Oh, and they've got to cross straight into Hunter's line. Okay, good damage.
the
That'll
bomb.
force him to be respectful enough for the plan. That's something.
Yeah, I'll have to sit back at this point, but that should be enough pressure coming forward. Vinny does give himself a bit of a window here, a bit of a beast with the Krieg. Not quite enough, though.
That box, the way the top one is just a little bit further out,
Yeah.
you just get your leg spammed on.
Oh, yeah, he is pretty nifty, actually.
Feels bad, man.
Well, G2 a bit of aggression there towards the A round, managing to stabilize what seemed like an absolute nightmare of a first half for them. Only 3 rounds to their name and able to find consecutive rounds at all so far.
Would you say it was a blunder, Henry?
Was what a blunder.
Like this CT side from G2?
Well, it's certainly not looking good.
I just
I
didn't
wouldn't go that far.
qualified for blunder material.
So, I mean, it could be a 9-6. That's not blunder.
Yeah,
That's
we have
no
to see the
blunder.
conclusion first, but it hasn't looked good. There's the same smoke. And at this point, we do need to see a couple more rounds in a row for G2. They're going to go aggressive again. Hunter, same spot. Incendiary to try and deny the rush here, but players just sneaking by. The grenade does take a little bit of HP off. Flashbang over. Is this a bit of a commitment here? Are they going to swing at all? Looking for the spam. Jet lag now really starting to set in for me. I'm not sure about you guys. Really just smash me in the face like a ton of
Yeah,
bricks.
no, me too. So I'm going to just try and... I think if I just do, like, default Alex casting Counter-Strike for a couple of rounds, I think it's going to give me, like, kind of back into a flow state where I'm capable of conversation.
I've got an idea. I'm going to be right back.
Okay. Kenny will find the shot onto Yuri. And so, down to Mr. K. Serato. Fortunately, this round is not looking fantastic. He's already got 1 kill. That's an ace clutch requirement. Not necessarily the easiest. With the bomb now going to be retrieved, that's a step in the direction. There's no way he's ready for Hunter, though.
1v4, though. The
There's
odds
no
are
way.
insurmountable here, even though he does have that bomb.
You can't even get around the corner. Lovely little established crossfire if they needed it.
And G2 may be saving face in enough time in this game.
Yeah.
Like, just in the nick of time.
We're reaching non-blunder territory.
You reckon? What's
We
not, I think 5 is a real non-blunder. The opposite of a blunder.
Yeah, no, 11-4, that's a bit much.
That sounds too much.
12-3, we'll call it excessive.
Yeah, if they get to 12-3 at this point, I'll be really impressed.
Let's see what happens here then. Vinny, where's your weapon, mate? There it is. All good. A little late on the buy. Nothing to get too upset about. Like the smoke, he can peek around that if he wants to. Couple of nades, and that smoke's a little late, so Hunter will have a little look. Wonder if that was deliberate.
I want to see how G2 plays this scaffolding. Oh, joyous occasion.
Round 14 certainly is a joyous occasion for Art, because he's already creeped and crawled his way onto the site. Now the smokes can be deployed. Kenny will have a line of sight over it, but just already tucked in on that left-hand side. He's anticipating the close angle, but important frags for Amanek coming in, and he's got 2, a pair of critical kills.
Someone's burning.
Yeah, it's Guerry, and it's going to be finished off by
Alive.
Amanek. Woo, hot toes! Through the charcoals he goes. And this should be a round. It should be a round.
No.
Guerry's giving it a good go, though. Damn, Amanek does bring home the 14th, and now we really are out of the blunder territory. Instead, this could be a 9-6 half. FURIA starting to decelerate, and some consecutive rounds for G2. The first of their kind here on Vertigo. 4 kills from Amanek. Needed that. More of that, perhaps.
More
necessary.
Of that. Last round of the half. It'll be 10-5. It'll be 9-6. We don't know.
That's part of the fun.
That's right, Trace. That's why we're here.
Part of how this works.
Let's
Stay
find
tuned,
out.
everyone. We're not going anywhere.
The same nades, the same players, Art and Hunter. This notorious.
It's one of the great rivalries.
Yeah.
Every round, these two facing off in some capacity.
Great battle of the scaffold.
Okay, I reckon Vinny catches him here.
Oh, that's a big booty.
No, he had a shot. And the bubble butt continues, takes the fight.
It pops.
It's fake.
Final
So the
round
crime
here.
scene does not look pretty.
Well, this is where G2 really have come into their own, isn't it? Finding their form, had to take a few ecos, had to get a bit aggressive, had to assert their dominance, but we've all been there before. Sometimes it's where it has to go down.
Asserting dominance.
Yes.
With belts,
In the
light
server,
choking.
in the server, a dominant performance in the server, of course, as K. Serato and Yuri prepare themselves for the last round of the Seaside. He's leapt up, didn't quite need to do that necessarily.
You don't need to jump that anymore, do
Prepare
you?
You don't know, they've added that little sandbaggy ramp.
Yeah. Might have been a mass wheel.
Well, it's all done but the formalities unless K. Serato can pull one out of the very back page. of the book.
The back pages.
Pull one out the back page.
Pull one out the back page. Well,
Okay.
Good
Not
guys.
sure.
What
Not
is
heard that
wrong with
idiom
you guys?
before.
No.
Like, what does that one mean exactly? The back pages.
We are
Normally
gonna-
find the adult adverts, I believe.
isn't that where the adult
The back
You
page
find
of
the
the book.
X-ray
back
glasses
pages of
and
the book?
oh, that old classic expression, back page.
We are going to go ahead and whip out a thesaurus. We're going to be back in the second half of Vertigo when we come back. Let's see a summit. Wow, is that you, Trace?
Nope.
Didn't know you could drop fire beats like that.
Why they call
Drop
me?
of a hat. Oh,
They call me academics out here. Anyway,
this is a fast B lean. They're going to get that info early. 3 members of FURIA looking to bring in the pain early. They've got Yuri there and the backup available if they need it. But will they commit? Oh, from middle. Oh! Yuri's a beast, man. Hits the first. Now traded back. This is a big duel to be won out on middle, but now he has backup, and that will be won out by FURIA. So now Vinny's just going to hide in this smoke. He could destabilize this whole plan. Oh, stab him. No, he wouldn't dare. He wouldn't dare. He won't even find him. In fact, it's going to be an easy catch. Jax takes it. G2, if they win this, they've turned around this game completely over the course of the last 6 or 7 rounds of play. Add the pistol to that tally.
It's not looking good. Oh, brought back to the 1 versus 1 though.
Hey,
Kid available,
Serato!
but doesn't need it. They've given it away.
Jesus, 4 frags. So precise, crispy clean. Time to mop up and pick up that kit as well.
and shoot the body.
He's got too much time on his hands, if anything.
Basically, yeah.
They've really given that one away for free. But,
You know what they
great work.
You know what they say about the? You know what they say about that, Henry?
I don't know what you mean. Say about what? It didn't make any sense.
Sorry, my mic cut out. But it was a one moment thing. So sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, we're back though. Everything's returned.
Cool. Well,
Great.
FURIA
Equilibrium.
with the FAMASes, M4A4, and a big resounding victory there for G2. Looked like they're back online there, and won't be bringing out the Galils. This is what we expected when we saw the price adjustment of the lesser of the 3 rifles. Seems to get that bomb planted, no longer looking to get a couple of Kriegs out, get 5 rifles instead with the utility required.
Yeah.
We'll see if it pays dividends for G2.
Pretty much nightmare fuel for any CT side.
Got the French guns here for FURIA. And we are going to be seeing the first go the way of Vinny. That's over towards the A side of things. Smoke deployed to slow them down. Through the canvas. Vinny tries to paint a picture.
Is he still going to stick around? No. Thinks better of it.
Oh, next is actually advancing towards B and a stereo frags to start things off for FURIA.
Interesting. 3v4. Kenny S, Amanek, and Hunter left in the fight here for G2. Bomb plant would be good. A round win would be better.
So is it Kerrigan picking up a Galil over FAMAS, Hunter doing the opposite?
Oh, that does sound like an interesting
Tidbit.
thought process. People do seem to have
Different affinities.
Preference?
preference, I guess. Bomb's going down, though. I'm only messing with the album. Sorry, I was
Sorry, I
only-
didn't realize I made a twat. Sorry about that.
I was I was being a little bit of a dick. Playful.
Teasing, they call it.
That's what they
sometimes.
call it, yeah.
Just a little bit of gentle teasing as we get ourselves into the Galil now. Not really
Ooh.
working out, but that one's looking a little bit more promising now. But there will be the bomb ticking away. And yes, coming through, looking to get the job done. The Galil's done enough here. After Gary, the coach, hasn't had the best game on Vertigo.
Going to get
Yeah.
spammed through the scaffold. Kenny eliminating the last FURIA player here in this round with a bomb plant. Good round for G2. They stay in the fight. We're going to see a pause come out here.
Now, I don't see a
The
T
timer.
or counter-terrorist one, so that might be the...
Don't say it.
I mean,
Technical pause.
A chibi weeby.
that's a technical pause is what I'm anticipating here, and I'm okay with it.
Are you okay with that, though?
That is suboptimal.
We were waiting for the first spillage of the day.
And of course,
Alex is more than
me with my
provided.
clown shoes on, just knocking things over. 1 second, guys.
It's either one smashed glass or one spilled beverage is his quota he has to make each day. I'm glad we got it early. It's only come up to, what, about 5 p.m. right now?
Actually,
Normally-
no. That's the second time because
Is he
Chad
smashed-
cleaned some up right there
Oh, yeah,
earlier.
but that was food.
Was it?
Oh,
Yeah,
food,
sorry, my bad.
beverages, anything really he can get his hands on
The whole
will be
spectrum, really.
smashed at one
Join us,
stage.
Ricardo.
And
Yeah, sing for me. Okay, fine.
Later.
Perhaps after hours.
Listen, here's the technique for Machine. You have to do this in front of everyone.
Yeah, let's make sure we get a nice
a
little bit of EVS footage of this.
So what's the technique you're going for here, Alex?
Pull the entire roll out.
Well, I thought
play-by-play.
I found two options. I had this disinfecting wipes.
Clorox, they call
It
it.
kills staph, E. coli, MRSA, Salmonella, Strep, and Kleb. We all know Strep and Kleb, that famous duo.
Cousins, actually.
Fuck is Strep and Kleb?
Kleb, what the hell
But
is
now
Kleb?
I found this
I've
roll, and
never
this
heard
looks more
of that.
promising, so I'm just going to do this instead.
All right.
Oh, God, I'm on camera. I look like a twat.
There we go. Get it all in.
Yeah.
You know, my mum
Get
always...
in them crevices.
My mum always told me you have to dab.
And you've been delivering all day.
No, like as in dab, don't rub.
Right.
When you make a spillage, otherwise you'll rub it into the carpet. That was what Mama Richardson taught me. And so I'll just finish this off.
Did you find yourself cleaning the floor a lot as a child?
No, I mean no, but more like just general advice for cleaning. A cleaning advice.
Always
session
dab.
She gave me, yeah.
Never
Always
pat.
dab, never.
This is a good look.
Never rub.
Just keep going, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, get deep in there, man.
This is the dab. This is the dabbing motion, in case you're wondering. That's what I'm looking for. Okay,
So
one last
how
pass.
many paper cloths are we?
This
Now,
is the-
we're
this
on
is the
tree
last
number
batch.
3 now.
We're
Yeah,
saving the
yeah.
planet one towel at a
Yeah,
time.
these are all going in the recycling, by the way. And we
Well, Alex
getting
got them in his
into-
pocket right now. He'll be saving them for later. I'm sure.
Bring them out.
Reuse, yeah,
Reusing,
get
yeah.
the right
I'll
amount.
just let them dry them out outside
Yeah.
and tuck them into my sleeve
Just
for a
make-
nice handkerchief.
Exactly.
Handkerchief.
We're back into the action here. Alex just making sure all his messes are. He's dropped food today, drinks.
Food?
Yeah, you did.
Oh,
What else
okay.
can be
All right.
dropped is the real question.
I did break
The ball,
Well,
perhaps?
I mean,
Yeah,
you could drop the
potentially.
baby.
Oh, the baby's been thrown around a lot today.
Yeah.
That was more of a, throws. I didn't see anyone dropping.
Some good gifts can be made from that baby. We didn't
Use it
really
to
explore
full
the
advantage.
options. Yeah, I felt like there was some good opportunities. Either way, we will be seeing the Mag 7 come through. Furia on the back foot here. Grenade down the throat of
Ooh.
Gary. We've seen his glass cannon Mag 7 set up before. Nuke. Managed to get a couple of kills towards ramp with it.
It's going back at it.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Now he's committed.
Well, that's Hunter striking first. Wasn't the best approach with the Mag 7, but one by one they will fall as G2 starting to come online here. They are, of course, the favorites
Oh.
overall.
Okay.
How is that a headshot?
That whipping spray. He left by himself, and that'll be the end of the round. G2 having clawed their way into this situation. Situationship, even.
Plenty of those going on.
It's always one.
Yeah.
You know, that's the one thing life has kind of taught me. If it's not something, it's something else. And that is philosophy you can't pay for, Henry.
I wouldn't pay for any of it.
Well,
To be honest, I honestly, I don't think I'd want it for free.
Yeah, I can't give that away.
you can't have it for free, actually.
Ooh, quick drop down B. At least they get the info that they've lost the round early.
Well, no one there, boys. Off we go. Could be a trade here. No.
Nuke is really something, isn't it?
35 bullets. Pure intimidation.
Still got 2 kills out of that.
Something.
Not half bad.
They do something.
So
An iconic line.
Who said that?
One of my
Grr.
favorite casters.
You're one of the favorites.
One of my favorites. Probably like top 3 in the world.
Yeah.
Above the 50 percentile?
By far, yeah, certainly.
and it's not Henry.
He
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
he does something. I believe was the line. I think it was
And who was you
Tosspot.
referring to?
Stop
Tosspot.
snitching. Leave it alone. Let's move on.
Good smoke to aid the push with the back of the flashbangs. G2 will get out. That's a step in the right direction, but now they're going to have to step into the unknown. The sightlines of the CTs currently been forced off by their utility, and a panic spray from Jax will draw the attention of K Serato's smoke. Quickly deploys that to play around. It's rather deep as well.
A lot of running going on.
Quickly
Yeah, it
starting
seems
to
like-
turn tail, and they're going to have a wide open A site here. There's only one man on the scene.
But it is Vinny. Let's see what he can do. Caught between a rock and a hard place. We'll find one, and Hunter looks for a second. Can't seem to land the shot on Nexa, who has had relatively quiet game up to this point. Art picking up some of the slack. He's going to try to put some fire down range.
What?
That's going to make a statement right there. Nexa falling. Art with the big flick
That's
of the AWP.
ridiculous. Yeah, that is a big, giant flick.
Flick. F-L-I-C-K.
F-L-I-C-K. Make sure.
Wow.
Unbelievable scenes. Perverse,
See.
of course.
now 2 versus 4 looking to materialize for just a moment as we can all maintain our sanity. And FURIA can maintain their lead, in fact extending it 11 now to 9.
Lovely work, G2. Not looking at usual selves here. It's been a turbulent couple of years for the organization, but this lineup has had its promises. Well, this is a match if you do expect them to really blow out the water, honestly. There's nothing that suggests otherwise, but right now, not looking too good. Not looking very good at all.
So, Henry, you've been a bit of an expert on server conditions.
Sure.
How are they looking right now?
It's difficult to tell unless you're on the server, however, I'll be honest with you. Can only really see what you see at this point. But look, everything looks fine. We had a few technical issues, suggest
Slight connection issue.
could be some issues in general, but this is a technical pause, so I guess we can just hope at this point, like a lot of things in life, that everything will get better eventually.
Yeah,
but if it doesn't, then
Okay, so what did you and Alex get up to during your break?
What didn't we get up to? What
Well,
break are you referring to exactly?
You mean
I mean the break where you weren't here.
I thought you meant like, what? When did we actually have some time off
What
work?
time was
It's just like, what break?
I know
is
what they
that?
did.
Talking about the 1 hour you had
Oh, we went and got some sunshine. I actually just realized, why have my skin's burning? That would be why sunburn has got me. I think.
sunburn? Really? We were there
December.
for 20 minutes. It's December.
I know. Well, I'm a very pale individual, unfortunately.
Damn,
jet
right.
lag and sunburn.
Yeah.
Combined.
A lot of jet lag and some sunburn. I was wondering why everything felt a bit off, but that would be why. Making me a bit more tired as well. You might notice my character is somewhat subdued at this point.
No, I think it's simply this is just another branch of the Henry tree.
Yes.
There's a lot.
As we
there's
fall
lots,
down,
There's lots of branches
trying to grab onto anything.
on the tree, and this one is simply just.
I can't keep it
more
10 out of 10 all day. I gave everything I had this morning.
You certainly did, and
It was a
and
break.
now-
In fact, referring back to the break, as soon as the break came through, that's when I lost it. You know?
Yeah,
I
you got
lost
off
the
the
angle.
horse. You got
Yeah.
off it.
That's the problem. You can't. Once you're in the zone, you don't want to get out of it.
No, I think that's definitely something to consider, that the zone does exist, and we are seeing the server. I think it's going to get a full restart, so we are going to be
Server's feeling
slightly
I'm feeling it.
delayed into the continuation of
G2 are
Vertigo.
definitely feeling it.
They
A lot of jet
certainly are.
lag right now.
Yeah, Kenny's keeping his hand warm with some vigorous 90-degree turns.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite word, gentlemen, like in terms of delivery? Something you like saying it? Because I saw a recent survey that said windowsill was the most popular word in the English
Berserk.
language. Berserk.
That's a cool one to say. You can really
It does. Oh,
make
that
that
is
work.
fun. Yeah.
Make that work with anything.
Berserk.
Yeah, that's
How about
always
you can
fun.
go give us a Norwegian one, or
Ooh.
English one? What do you think? What?
Oh, a Norwegian one?
Yeah, sure.
Utrolig.
Oh, go again.
Utrolig.
Truly.
Utrolig.
What does
Incredible.
incredible?
Yeah.
Truly.
Utrolig.
That sounds satisfying to say. Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
I want to say it, but I know I can't.
Yeah.
I can always feel I can't even get my mouth in the right position.
Say there's like tongue involved and it's all confusing.
Gotta roll the R.
It's like high school all over.
You want to dive deeper on that? Or
No, I don't know.
no, it's fine. Just up in the air.
I like to keep the imagination.
Alex, what's your favorite word in English?
Oh, it's a great question, Henry. Gosh, wow, that really makes me think. Ooh,
Takes me
wow.
back.
Out of all of the ones,
Of all the words,
There are several to choose from.
in
there's, a
terms
lot.
of
There's at least 200, I think.
I think it was well over like 250 probably.
I didn't. Like, it sounds a little bit silly.
Sorry,
but
I
yeah,
don't
go
mean
on.
to exaggerate. I haven't put much thought into it actually. I just asked a question off the top of my head.
I'd
but-
say groceries.
This is you trying to steer the
Groceries.
ship. I see you're trying to help us out.
No,
Give
no,
us a
it's-
game.
I mean, it's something
I know,
I
we
find
needed it.
interesting because
needed
windowsill doesn't. It just when I read the article, I was like, that doesn't seem like there must be better words to say in the English language.
I was thinking, like,
Windowsill.
what kind of people have they asked if they end up with
Dude, it was
windowsill
probably
as
like
the answer?
12 people to be honest. It was just an
Yeah, and they
excuse to
all
write
live
a
in the
blog
same like
post.
garden
Is there
community
some,
or something.
exercise going on in here? More floor action.
It was just a little bit of downtime. You know,
Okay.
everybody needs to lay on the floor every now and then.
We could start some floor activities. Like, this is more like a sumo ring we've got here.
Well, it's kind of
in
wet
the
right here.
studio.
So
We
you're
could
gonna
have
have to-
we could have some battles in here. I think around the
We actually-
expensive camera equipment. That would be
where are the
perfect.
Beyblades? That's an addition
Ooh.
to the CS Summit Arena. We should have Beyblades and we could have half-time Beyblade battles.
I feel like there should be more battles. We
I
don't
feel
have
like
enough
we've
battles
been
right
to
now.
a tournament,
What
Alex,
kind
where
of battle
actually
can we have?
found a
We could in
Beyblade
this arena we can have
one
like
of those
thumb
like,
wars. We could
pits.
have.
Can we go
Okay.
get 2 swords out of the back
We
there
can have
and
there's
just beat
swords
each other?
there. Beat each. Yeah.
Like kind of like a
Well,
duel.
actually,
Oof, Jax is straight
it was in the
out.
handbook. We can't actually do that.
Oh.
No
Definitely
physical
no.
contact.
Yeah.
Trading
Violent or
in
otherwise.
middle. I haven't seen
Don't
too many
touch me, and I
fights
won't touch
early.
you.
I don't want to touch anyone.
Don't touch me specifically.
If you guys are done with your flirtation, we can continue with the Counter-Strike.
Henry, of course. Anyways, so Counter-Strike. Furia, not looking so hot.
Are you guys seeing Furia Kenny S, a mid A mid-series jersey swap, actually, as FURIA Hunter now finds himself preparing to find the
ultimate plot twist.
You never saw this one coming. Ultimate betrayal. They've
FURIA
all joined
Kenya. I'm very confused
their
right now.
organizations. It's a strange signing. They said they wanted to go international, but back to a South American roster, G2.
FURIA Almanac.
FURIA
What a
Almanac.
timeline that would have to be. Unbelievable.
It would, it would. They're probably going to just let them play this one out, to be honest, so we'll try and cast it as we can.
We're having a few issues.
Well, can't they? They can just put a console
No one's going to
command.
deny that. We're having
Right?
a couple.
It's just
Is there a console command to
I'm
change
pretty sure
the
it's just a
tag?
console command. It just flips the...
I don't...
I feel like DJ knows this stuff.
DJ Prius...
Spin that shit.
What's his last name? Anyone know?
Yeah, DJ Prius Kuntz.
Kuntz.
Yeah.
Kuntz, Kuntz, Kuntz.
Kuntz.
I don't know how to... I think...
Kuntz,
yeah.
Kuntz, Kuntz.
Baby.
Sorry. So anyways, cool. Retake here from FURIA Hunter.
Well, no, actually,
Whoa.
I believe they're going to boost over this smoke, and actually now a defuse coming in. This could be problematic.
Oh,
2
he's
seconds
gonna
left, and
hold it.
Art's just holding
shit.
it. No issues.
What's happened
The
there?
silent assassin
Okay, I don't know. There's
strikes.
2 players alive. Is it bugged out?
There is definitely 2
No,
players
that
alive.
works.
The
Yeah,
kills
they just
came in.
didn't do anything.
I don't know what's happened. How could they let them go full defuse with 2 players alive there?
Yeah, no, that was
A
that's
2v2
interesting.
defuse.
I can't. I haven't got my glasses on, so I can't really tell. I saw 2 players alive.
That's
was
what
a
they brought that
Molotov,
for,
yeah.
so you can move it
Oh,
closer.
is that for me, old Henry?
Yeah.
They brought one for your old man, so
Old
he
Hank.
can watch.
You can angle
Well,
it.
that's all right, isn't it?
Yeah, you can put that wherever you want it, man.
Just put it like right next to your face.
Ooh.
Maybe unlock the wheels before, but
Gonna have to make sure we get real good. Yeah, that looks a bit better.
camera reframing. But anyway,
Oh, G2 are here. There we go. There we go. I can actually see what's on the screen now. I've just been having to look at every time I've been commentating today, I have to look at the bottom of the screen,
Right.
squint,
Yeah.
work it out, then try and work the kill feed out based on who's on the screen.
Oh no.
Now I can actually see what's going on. That makes things a
Wow,
lot.
you can really be a part.
Yeah. Join in.
you're here now, man. You have arrived.
That's going to be a real.
They're going to
quality
put
of
LASIK
life.
after this event.
Do it,
That's
man.
This is the final
Jason
one.
did it. He seems pretty
Yeah.
chuffed.
Seems kind of normal, if anything.
Better dude after it.
Was
Jason used to wear spectacles.
Yep.
You ever think about that?
He
He used to be a spectacle.
Well, I don't know. I think he still is. I guess in
I'm talking about looks, man. That's nothing personal, of course.
Anyway, back.
More of that.
Maybe less of it.
Technical pauses, more of that.
So it looks like we're good to go. I can hear the chatter.
Oh, that's the time it is at home. Look, 9 p.m.
Oh, is it
Is that,
really?
that can't be right. 9 a.m. I guess the next day. It
No,
said
it's-
No,
9
that's only
CST.
5 here. That would be like in Asia.
It said 9 CST. That's Central
Central Asia time or
summertime.
I
Well, that's the end of me. I've just revealed my absence of knowledge here live on air. So anyway, CST, not where I live. Not that. Instead, something
It's
else.
Central Standard Time.
Yeah, but EST is ahead of that.
Guys, I'm going to let's go back to the Counter-Strike. You're digging yourselves some holes here, which is fine. But for now, let's leave the time zones out of it. We're back into the action, 12-9. And we'll be G2, not ready, allegedly. Same story for FURIA. But we have got the tags round the wrong way still, so we're going to have to press on here. See where we can get our heads around it. It's just
So
going to make things extra confusing.
Next level mind
None
games.
of the teams are ready, apparently, but we're getting into
No,
it.
this could be
They're
official
ready.
right here. This is official.
Yeah,
official.
this is it.
Anyway,
Jax once again into mid.
Yuri battling back, but surely only good for one. Indeed, that is the case. Now we'll have to push. Reactive play from the CT side, but Mets with a good defensive position there from Hunter. 4 versus 1. G2 looking like a lead, and a comeback is very likely, but it's just taking so long.
it must be that new org smell. It must be the topsy-turvy ride that it's been, when the transition from G2 to FURIA came about.
It is
Yeah.
a little discombobulating for me. Gonna be real. But G2 are winning their 10th round here. A new challenge for my brain to process.
Live on air, of course.
Absolutely. Why not?
It's just kind of like doing math live.
That's always a real gamble.
Yeah.
I'm terrified every time I
You've attempted it a couple of times.
I do. I think the most common one I do is when I think I can add the numbers quickly. I feel like it's really satisfying when you
this should be doable.
Well, you say like, oh, and the 2 remaining players with just 40 HP between them. So the easy maths, but sometimes I get a bit cocky and I end up just having to go in just over 50 HP between them. Just around the 50 mark between the 2 of them.
So you got the disclaimer in there.
I like to.
That's the play.
I'm real.
Well, now we know how the sausage is made. I'm not sure I want to eat any more, but
I would kill for like some bangers, man. Like good old-fashioned 50% pork, 50%
flour,
breadcrumbs, British sausages.
I'm sure that can be arranged. We'll have the Force by Furia. This could be the beginning of the end, to be honest with you. Give this one up. You're in fully good territory, and they're going for it. They're giving it the beans. And we'll be up to hunt up G2 and G2 Arts. We'll be trying to find. There's the same gap, same smoke.
How are both teams
a bit underwhelming. That's
to
the same battle we're seeing every round on both sides.
It feels like somebody came up with a smoke and everyone's like, oh, we're totally stealing that.
That's the way this map works, though. Like, even at a tournament, if someone just does a new smoke in the first day, you see every team doing it the next day.
We saw the Molotov, like G2 were throwing that Molotov at Scaff. They just jumped throw it. You saw it a couple of times this game.
Then everyone started doing it the next day. Like, no one never seen them do it before.
But doesn't it really seem like they've done any more research than just that?
That was a nice transition from Hunter, but Keserato keeps this round in favor of Furia. Another triple kill, and the multi-kills keep coming.
Wow.
My goodness, he's coming to the CT side, 2 quad kills, and we're only into round 24.
Starting to catch up to Vinny.
Yeah, he is just completely toggled on here on the defense.
Turn up for what? Here you have it. 13 for the side of Furia.
That was your contribution?
Yeah.
That was what you brought to the table?
I read the numbers.
No substance, no humor.
Do you want some substance?
Just absolutely nothing.
Well, Henry, this is the portion of the broadcast where sassy, cranky Henry comes out.
I'm just saying, like, you gave us the score.
This is what your contribution was.
I'm just saying.
You should get into voice acting. You didn't know you had to. You didn't. You
See,
had
I just had to provoke you a little bit, and we got something.
He poked the bear, and he got
You poked the bear.
Yogi Bear.
And you got Smokey the Bear.
I like him more.
Smokey the Bear.
Who's your favorite fictional bear?
Bernstein.
Well, that's a whole thing. Have you heard about that?
Yeah, what's it called?
There's a
something effect.
Bernstein effect, I think.
Yeah, sounds.
I'll
buy into it.
I
Sounds
actually
pretty
think it's named after that phenomena. There's loads of those. It's interesting. Worth looking into. But anyway, Counter-Strike has...
Yogi Bear.
Yogi's your favorite.
I would say he's one of the bears I can recall right now.
Yeah.
I can't think of that many fictional bears.
What about Da Bears?
How many famous bears are there? The Bears, of course.
There's
Da
Da
Bears.
Bears.
Yeah,
Da
he might be my favorite,
Bears.
actually.
That is definitely my favorite
But
bear.
he's
Winnie
not,
the
he's
Pooh,
non-fiction.
is he a famous bear?
Definitely
Yeah,
a
he
famous
definitely is
bear.
famous.
Paddington.
Paddington
Yeah.
Bear.
Yeah.
He's more like a
classic
British
Alexander
bear,
Bear.
Alexander Bear, yes.
You guys have a lot of bears in the UK.
No, that last
Alexander
one.
Bear is a childhood friend of mine
Oh.
that I live with and I carry with me up until this age.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
A little bit embarrassing. I don't
He doesn't
really
talk
want to
about
do
it. He
for
doesn't
that.
talk
It's a
about it
stuffed
often.
animal, yeah?
It's a stuffed animal called Alexander Bear. It's a little blonde bear with a nice face. It's got movable arms and
Yeah, opposable.
and it looks
Opposable.
it looks
Thumbs.
it looks like it's a real bear, but it's a miniature form, you know.
Yeah, like a
Alright.
real grizzly.
Yeah,
Like it keeps like bad people away from your room
Yeah.
at night, or
not from the mind, but
no, again,
It's only such a safety net that can be provided. Yeah.
you know, you can't protect me from everything. I've got to put up
Yeah.
with that myself. But yes, generally speaking, that
Keeps
is
you
the
safe.
case. Yes.
Alexander.
That's me. And I'll be honest, I'm very interested to know if there's any damage going to be capable out of Furia.
Very, very interesting.
Now this, I see. Desert Eagles, PT50s and
Oh
5.7s.
my
Like, Barry's
God.
going ahead of this, man. Watch this man move. There's 3 of them, and there's 2 of them, and there's only 1 of them now. And there's only 2 of them now, actually, and running out of time, running out of chances,
running out of numbers,
and running out of resources. It's just going to be Keserato. He has been somewhat of a hero, but I feel like this might be an order which many would consider to be too tall. Hunter is the one to confirm it. You have the measuring tape out.
Spot
So
on.
The 12th for G2.
$3,000. The measuring tape was correct. Well, maybe incorrect.
Yeah.
Who knows?
What about numbers by Betway, the official
Betway.
bookmaker of of Beyond the Summit here.
From the
CS
back,
Summit
back
5.
pages of the book.
From the very back pages of the book itself. There's something seriously wrong with you guys. Just want to throw that out there. But on the other side of it, gamble responsibly. Head over to Betway.
Like the cover, like the contents page, the
Blurb.
blurb. The blurb. I forgot about blurbs. That's such a funny word.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
Could be your new favorite,
Dude,
frontrunner.
yeah, maybe. I just remember that being such a thing, reading the blurbs at book fairs, you know?
Did you ever have the book van that came to your school
Dude.
and turned up? That was cool, wasn't it?
And it was all about anything that wasn't the books.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like, what, the VHS?
You know? No, it was like the spy manuals and stuff.
Anything
I'd
that
get all
wasn't
those.
a book.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure I'd get like some sort of. It was
At the
called
book fair?
A science, like a science
Yeah.
book, but it had like a gummy brain.
Oh,
that
yeah.
I could throw at people. That was cool.
Dude, I remember having like a
They had,
Dallas Cowboys poster.
Yeah,
from
they
one of
did.
those.
And they
Involved
had like
reading.
all of those different assorted rubbers
And the pencils.
Oh, the pencil
And by rubbers, you're
sharpeners.
talking about like erasers.
rubbers.
Yeah.
Sorry,
They're not selling condoms at the
they're
school
not
book fair.
selling. They're not selling.
Oh, yo, you got the new rubbers in?
Yeah, man.
go.
These glow in the dark,
Mom,
actually.
I got this squishy brain and a Trojan. No,
Oh,
obviously I'm talking about erasers.
Yeah, that's a very British expression.
sorry, yes.
Can you pass me the rubber?
Yeah, hand me the rubber.
Yeah.
I haven't said that in so long. That's funny.
Whoops. But yeah, you get cool rubbers like the wiggly pencil, like the long ones.
Yeah, that like
The
moves.
endurance
They were like
rubber.
weapons though.
Yeah.
Those long wibbly ones. Very, very deadly in the right hands.
What hands were deadly with that?
Ah, the guy.
These hands.
These hands.
These
they've,
hands.
They've seen some things.
These hands right here.
Thank you.
Double
so
AWP,
much.
or as the French would call it, the double AWP.
Yep.
The duvet.
They could call it that, I guess.
Yeah.
You never know.
Michael Dublé.
Michael Dublé, the ugly cousin of Mr. Boobs himself.
Oh my God.
Oh, actually, in that smoke, who's that? Hunter. He's trying to be.
Sneaky beaky.
Yeah, and he has probably managed to pull this one off. If he continues this advance, he's going to be right under the skin of Vinny. And that is an opening.
This game is very close, isn't
Yeah,
it?
but the bomb's down elsewhere. FURIA, but obviously not G2, despite what my things might say. It is going to be a 4 versus 3, and Guerri's about to walk straight into that crosshair. This is quite the standoff. And oh, look at that. Before it even pops, Jax pops off.
That's right, Alex. Rubbers in hand. It's going to be the Frenchman.
Erasing
that
the
clean
competition.
This one up. That's right, erasing all the blemishes. And there you have it. G2 taking a lead now, 14-13. There's my contribution.
Gosh. I remember thinking my pencil case was a big deal as well. You know, like I had to make sure I had.
What was
You
your
could get all
favorite?
kind of cool pencils and pens
Well,
there. and
yeah,
stuff.
and the cool kids like had all their friends' signatures on it, and I'm like, well.
What did you like tag on it with whiteout and stuff like that?
Yeah, yeah, or
Decorated?
Tipex as we called it.
Yeah, Tipex. Yeah.
Good old Tipex.
Is
Or
whiteout
any other,
the
or any
American
other
version?
brand. Yeah, I think so.
Okay, yeah. We
Aggressive
call it Tipex
mid-push?
as well.
You do?
Yeah.
We used to play pencil break on the back of the bus with those.
Gueru, man, he's hitting some spicy openings for FURIA here to keep him competitive. And now Vendetta.
Hunter,
It's over
yet
to you.
again, trying to move his legs up towards that A-bomb site. Nobody really moving around over there from the side of FURIA, though. Only one player, that's Vinny, with a scout.
That is correct. It's looking like potentially, if G2 can turn this around, they will find themselves that map point, but numbers certainly outweighing them right now. Even though they are Deagles, you have to consider them very deadly in this situation. FURIA not exactly pressuring either, which is the appropriate protocol here. Isn't that right, Henry G?
It is the appropriate one, but maybe not the most sensible, as things could fall apart in the blink of an eye. Just saying words that make sense at this point.
And run together.
if they link together in any sort of way, I'll make it work. As we'll see now, 45 seconds come through the Desert Eagles. Lying in wait, as Vinny has got the scout. Could be curtains for FURIA in a couple of moments' time, because we'll see now the execution coming through. This doesn't look like the most confident setup, and at this point, Kenny S making his way through with the AK-47. As I throw it back over to my colleagues, we'll see whether this round will come to its logical conclusion.
Making his way to A. Price to pay.
Anyway,
Just may.
And they
Late
just
in the
may. Kenny will find Gueri. And this is a little scary. 3 versus 3. Changed by Hunter. And a second as well. So all on to Mr. Queserato. This is going to be the 15th. G2 have really turned it around here on their T side. It was
Boom.
looking abysmal to start things off. It was like, what? Can we have the tab scoreboard up for a second? I just want to get a reminder, a recap. You can see just how many of those rounds went in favor of the T side in that first to start things off. It really has been a G2 comeback here on their T side.
And these last 5 rounds have been that steamroll you can see there at the very end. They make it 6 in a row, and that is the end of the game here for FURIA. That's right. One team goes to 16, Henry.
That's normally how it works.
And that's the end of Trey's CS tutorials. Tune in next week. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell as well.
Also,
don't forget.
make sure you go to my Patreon and also fill that out.
And I believe you've also set up an OnlyFans as well. That's exciting.
OnlyFans? What the hell is that?
Both him and Henry.
Don't plead ignorance here.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, all right, man.
OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Wow.
What are you talking about?
Tell me more about this concept.
Interesting.
But yeah, you'll find Trey sets that's STUNNA on OnlyFans. Anyway.
ONLYFANS. The dots as in DOT.
That's RATS as in rats. And here
because
we are.
we're revealing the truth.
Interesting.
29th round, an important one. Will G2 close it out here? That is the question. And the answer, well, that's down to Kenny S, because he's already found a tag onto Gueri. Down, but not out. He'll dust himself off and throw a little flashbang high into the sky. Oh my, Amanek finds Vinny. And this does look like G2 are poised to strike. Like the Viper, they are into what will be an important win here in California. The sun no longer shining. Sun has set, but Art is set about going for a retake here. Getting on to Kenny.
We're off, and we'll see this double orb set up. Try and make its way through. It's looking good, though. The defuse will come in overtime on the cards now. First of the day, you guys. That's got to be interesting.
In the words of one of the many artists in the hip-hop and R&B genre, OT, OT. Never much love when we go OT, I swear. I swear.
The money is just, you know, it's just too much. It's stacked too high here for G2.
They got all the chips.
All the chips. They got all the cards, and everybody wants to play checkers now.
And Jesus, Trace. I mean, like,
sorry, man.
You're just taking multiple different catchphrases and idioms and just like,
it's like
if I mash
them together,
if I mash them together, one
like
Frankenstein idiom.
Oh, Art wants to take us to overtime.
That's not bad. Well, it will be the first of the day, as I mentioned. It's the water shotgun for Gary. We'll see if this is enough. Looks like Acerato's had enough, as he'll be finding the second frag of the round. Overtime is guaranteed at this point, but Hunter still alive and kicking. Gary might have given one away for free here. He scored an own goal.
He really has. He's been next. Charging down the ramp. I'll get him, boys.
Anything but that. At that stage, to be honest, if he gives this away as well, it's actually given away. Okay, saved the round there potentially. That could have been the landslide.
Those broken legs.
I'll
go check. Plod.
It's a 5-on-3, and you jump down there. Okay, they might have stuck the landing though, although they did break their ankles upon impact. Okay.
Got a mild
Stay
sprain.
with it. With the double op setup, this still could be problematic. Kenny S and Nexa. Still plenty of time here. I'll try and take this one seriously. It's actually quite a pivotal moment of the game here, obviously with map points here. And now, Yuri, very patient.
Here we go.
We'll see if he's able to hold the door now with 35 seconds remaining. A very silent approach, but it's all given up at this point. Yuri will swing. This needs one kill, but doesn't really nail it. Incendiary is the option, and that's the real key lesson for those playing at home. Keep your gun in your hand. It could save your life one day, Alex, as it looks like this game is done. Cerato left in a 2 versus 1. No kit, but he has got the smoke. This is the final round. It was looking oh so good. A 5-on-3 situation.
There is a kit.
Shotgun was taken down the ramp. It led us to this absolute nightmare of a situation now. Cerato waiting for opportunity. I don't think they're going to rise, and it looks like first map will be going in favor of G2. It was a long, arduous battle on their road to victory here, Alex, but they have looked good. Well, it wasn't the best showing, but still they got through it.
Yeah,
is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that T side, it was
move my TV back out
a
of position.
beautiful performance from G2's T side. It looked promising from FURIA, but admittedly their CT woes did continue throughout the entire half.
Yeah, we see this will come down to the wire, and
who's
really
the
have
pillow gamer? That's good info. We have someone needing an extra boost.
couple extra inches there.
There's the full pillow view. They've gone for a back support as well.
Important to keep your
I
back
personally used to.
Do you slouch?
I used to be a pillow gamer. When I went to my first iSeries, I had to bring my.
What is an
pillow
I
with me.
series for the Americans?
It's like a local LAN, your Fragadelphias, if you will,
Okay.
something like that. Local area network. That's,
that.
yeah.
Okay. And you go there and you play games.
So you take your computer, like the
Yeah.
tower, it's like the metal box that
In a car?
the brain of the computer, if you will.
Right, and that goes in the car.
That goes in the car.
Powered by an engine.
Yes,
Powered
which
by
is
fossil
combustion,
fuel.
explosion, which is fossil fuels, which is why we were here to talk to you today about the environment. It's a topic here at the
All
CS
full
Summit.
circle.
It's a mountain logo for a reason. Save your mountains, and we are, of course, here to talk all
Save
about that.
energy.
Trace has more.
Yes, that's exactly right. I do
Tree
have a couple
pillow.
of
Tree
statistics here. I am obviously on the tree train. I do think that conserving
Go green.
is very
That's what we're saying.
important.
Go green.
Obviously,
Save the bees, the trees, and the
reusable
seas.
practice-
That's what I'm saying.
Excuse me, reusable plastics here.
That's all we're using.
Yeah.
Well, that we could use something else apart from
Just
that, I
realised I'm
suppose.
covering up
but
the expensive
paper
keyboard.
obviously would be preferred.
Alex, have you? What is that? The gold keyboard?
I was covering
Yeah.
up the golden keyboard here.
Oh, tell us more about the golden keyboard.
I'd love to. This is one of our sponsors, XPG. That's spelled XPG. And what you have here is it's $10,000 dues made
What's it
of
made
gold.
When are you
feel
dropping it? When are you going to
Honestly,
break it?
the fact that I've chosen to sit closest to
I
it
know.
with a drink in my hand is actually just the worst idea I've ever had. So I'm going to distance myself.
It's not the best idea you've ever
No.
had. That's
Very-
for sure.
Not the worst though, probably.
Are you guys enjoying yourself? How a little bit quiet out there? Maybe get some press ups going on. Maybe some.
Press-ups.
Yeah,
If
like
you
push-ups,
could
we
can
call
you do
them
a
here.
one-handed
Oh,
press up?
One-handed?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not in shape to do that.
No, neither.
No.
Well-
I tried it. It didn't look good.
If you are, that's a warning to the rest of you.
Yeah.
Go quiet. I'm going to make some physical challenges come out. It's
Oh,
gonna
I
start
like the
having
challenge.
Some, yeah,
Okay.
maybe
Can we
we'll
throw
up
them back
the
at you
ante.
if you're
Yeah,
quiet?
sure.
Okay.
But I don't
Alright.
think that's going to be a problem. To be honest with you, I'd like to talk a lot of shit. And we're probably a good time to throw it to a break, I would say. Alex,
got it.
this is your.
Oh.
Oh, why don't you take one each? Okay, you guys
Orange
all
card,
have
what's
one.
the other one?
No, it's just that one, I think.
Just
Yeah.
the orange?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Let's tag team this, Alex.
Okay, you ready?
Okay.
Desk host mode, activate.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's right. This is Beyond the Summit, and there are plenty of announcements that we need to give you. Obviously, messages as well. Check out our new CS Summit 5 Christmas sweater and other awesome BTS merch over at bts.gg/shop. Where does that link again, Alex?
That's one more time for you. The BTS merch.
How's it
Find
spelled?
it at bts.gg. That's bts.gg/ that's SLASHSHOP. That's shop at the end there. Check it out for our new CS Summit 5 Christmas sweater and other awesome merchandise.
Yes.
That's the end
Can we,
of that.
can we wear that tomorrow, perhaps, or today? Have you got any
Yeah.
merch? I'll wear some merch
What,
if you
like
want.
long
I'll sell out.
sleeves?
Yeah.
You down
Yeah,
with
I
that?
came prepared from last
Anything.
year.
Yeah, anything you got.
Oh, that's kind of cool, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah.
Chickens
Nice,
all over
man.
the place. There you go.
Counter-Strikers, chicken.
Yeah, that was the trophy. No, it was a duck last year. That's
Yeah,
a duck,
yeah.
A
right?
mallard, I
No,
think
that
it
is
was.
a-
Mallard.
No,
I think
this
it's a
is
mallard choice.
No.
It is
This
a
is
chicken.
a chicken.
We have confirmation from.
No, that's a chicken. I'm saying that the trophy last time was out.
It was
A
a mallard.
mallard.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
the
mallard.
duck. It just sat here.
Oh, the famous.
Anyway, speaking of sitting here, we're going to go to a break. When we come back, we do have another map coming to you right here
Tired now.
live, Beyond the Summit 5. That shit jives.